That's it. We get back on schedule now. Don't mess with the bell ringer. Okay, so. Alright. 1 o'clock. Hey, just a little bit off. So, a friend of mine recently said, saw this guy I haven't seen, 88-year-old guy I haven't seen in a while. He says, hey, I got a joke for you. And I'm like, all right. So he says, yeah, this guy goes to a barber. He says, hey, how much for a shave and haircut? He says, $5. He says, well, how much just for a shave? He says, $2. He says, okay, give me the shave. So he gets the shave, and the guy cuts him. Boom. Takes out some toilet paper, puts it on there. Shaving him, cuts him again, puts some wallpaper, puts some more paper on there. Shaving and shaving, shave, cuts him again. He says, oh, I'm so sorry, you know. And then he says, okay, you owe me $2. He says, here's $5, keep the change. He says, what do you mean keep the change? He says, I have to give you something. I had 3 professionals work on me today. I had the butcher, the paper hanger, and the shaver. That's pretty cool for an 88-year-old guy, huh? So, okay. So our next speaker, once again, is the ever-winningest book person, Carla Simonini. You can add that to your titles.
Yay.
Once again, she's going to do a little review. Very good.
Okay,
Step right up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was asked to just at this point to summarize where we did in the first half and to give some context to it. So I just have some brief remarks, and I'm going to actually borrow a phrase that Carol Danca used in her presentation, where she said that we have created a patchwork quilt of our Italian-American heritage through the presentations, and that's exactly what I was thinking as I was sitting there and taking notes and listening to you, because these all represent writers working in different genres. We have Joy Loverde, who's doing some self-help work there. We had Peter Belmonte, who is historical text. Tony Romano, who shared song lyrics, is also a form of literature there. Just think of Bob Dylan winning the Nobel Peace Prize for literature along there. And Kathy DeNicolo having this sense of creating memoir structure for sharing stories. And just a whole different bunch. And when I talked about Italian-American literature before, I meant literature in the broad sense, not just the creative disciplines with poetry, memoir, novels, short stories along those lines, but writing in a broad sense. And in our policy at Italian Americana that I was telling you about, that you must be of Italian-American descent to be eligible to be published in our journal in the creative section, there is no stipulation, though, that you have to write overtly about an Italian-American theme. The idea is that your sense of self informs your work no matter what you're working with, no matter what you're putting into it. And I think we had beautiful examples of that in all our presenters this morning. And some of the threads, you know, with the elder care, that idea of bringing the value of the sense of family into taking care of the older people there, and using that as a foundation that makes sense in the American context. And Peter Belmonte talking about our heritage in terms of serving the United States all the way back until World War I, and that idea of service coming into play with that. With Tony Romano, those beautiful songs that touch on different themes and fatherhood and the relationships we forge with the previous generation. Very similarly with Kathy DeNicolo, that same idea of not being isolated anymore, but reaching out across the generations and making the connections. And Carol beautifully sharing her food ways. So material culture came up more than once. The beautiful metaphor of the scissors in Joy Loverde's presentation, that idea that they're not just an object. When you talk about material culture, it's what meaning you invest in that object, and then how that came back and was repeated when Tony Romano had the suit that was made for him by his father. These aren't just objects, they mean so much more to that. And same thing with food and sharing and going forward. Food ways, how important they are, how we nourish ourselves. We don't just nourish our body, but we're nourishing our spirit, and that came out in all these different presentations as well. So that's sort of my summary of what I took out of the morning and how much I enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing more. Thank you. Good.